Hi, welcome to the Coffee Chat show here on Buzzing Pattaya, the show where we talk about news, information, tips and advice. Now, before we get into today's episode, please remember to subscribe, and if you'd like to know when we're producing a new video, please hit the bell icon and that will notify you. Okay, so today's Coffee Chat, I want to give you 5 life-saving tips on how to ride a motorbike out here in Thailand. Okay. Thailand is notoriously dangerous. The roads are really, really dangerous, and it's notoriously known across the world how bad it is here. But before I talk about the 5 tips, I just want you to give you an insight as to why it's so dangerous here. So the first reason, the first thing that makes it so dangerous here is the fact that most people on a motorbike, a high percentage, don't have a driving license. And because of that, they just wing it around. You know, kids will jump on a motorbike. Irrelevant, they'll just wing it around. And because they don't have a motorbike license, they have very little understanding about how they should operate the motorbike. Having said that, the actual motorbike test, for those of you that are watching this video that have done the test, you'll be grinning because you'll say, look, the test isn't much better. And it isn't. It really, really isn't, which is so, so dangerous. Because when you go and do the test, I'll tell you what you have to do. The first thing you have to do, or not in this order, but these are things you expect to do is, number 1, you have to watch a video that's in Thai. So if you don't understand Thai, well then it's pretty irrelevant watching this video. Another thing you have to do is, they have a colour chart, a big circle, and the guy stands there with his stick and he goes red, yellow, green, red, and you have to point out and tell him what colour he's pointing to. They have it's like a game where basically you sit on a chair, and I think it's about 5 meters, 4 or 5 meters, it's not far, but they've got these 2 prongs, and you've got to line them up. And he checks it and he says, yep, okay, that's fine, that's passed. And the one that really puzzles me is you sit on a chair with a foot pedal, a brake, and in front of you is a board with lots of little lights. And it really does go like this. It goes green, 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 red, red, red. You've got to stop it before it gets to the red with your foot. I mean, honestly, really? If you can't stop that before it gets to the red, you don't want to be on a motorbike. And then if you need to do the practical, you go outside and you've got to weave through 3 huge tractor tires, and they're about 2 meters apart. So again, very, very easy. You stop, you got to look left, look right, you got to turn, you're going to turn again. They give you this yellow area and you've got to stop your motorbike in this yellow area, which is about 10 meters long. I mean, honestly, it's... Anyway, so point number 1 is most people don't have a license, and those that have done the test, really, was it worth doing? Point number 2, if you get stopped by the police here because you've done something wrong or they want to check something, in general, you just get a ticket and you carry on your way. So if you don't have your driving license because you don't have one, well, just go down to the police station, pay your fine, get back on your bike, and away you go. I'll let you decide how that works. And the last point, but the biggest point, is it seems that people on the motorbike, especially the youth of today, have a complete disrespect for life. Okay, if a crash happens and they die, it is what it is. They just accept it as being part and package of their life and the way it's panning out. I don't know. I had a Thai friend once. I saw him in Soi Buakhao and he flew through Soi Buakhao, and when I saw him afterwards, I said, hey, I saw you the other day. I said, why did you go so quick? It doesn't matter. It will be what will be. Hello, this is your life ahead of you. So there are 3 main points as to why Thailand is a very dangerous country to ride a motorbike in. Okay, so the 5. Number 1, expect the unexpected. Okay, please expect the unexpected. And by that, what I'm saying to you is, there will be motorbikes and cars coming down the inside lane on your side of the road. Expect it. It's going to happen. Expect people to come flying across U-turns to get across to the other side of the road and leave you very little braking area. Okay, expect it. It's going to happen. There's no doubt about that. BART buses. When that buzzer gets dinged, if you're on the inside lane, you better slow down or get yourself out of the way, because they are going to come across. There's no doubt about it. They're going to come across. So please, number 1, expect the unexpected. Okay, tip number 2, U-turns. So what we have here is we normally have like 2 or 3 lanes, and then they'll have a filter lane, and that filter lane is designed to allow you to do the U-turn. But the problem is the U-turn lane gets filled up quite quickly. So once all the cars have stacked themselves behind each other, what you'll then get is the next person that needs to use the filter lane and to go and do a U-turn. So what he'll do is he'll just block the next lane. He'll go down the inside to the very top and he's going to stop. So expect that to happen. And then of course what happens is other vehicles follow him, and now you've got 2 lanes blocking the U-turn. So you're going to have to nip in and get onto the inside lane. So be warned, U-turns up ahead, expect there to be congestion, and expect the vehicle that you might be behind to suddenly stop and decide to do his U-turn. So please make sure you're aware of that. Okay, traffic queues. All right, traffic queues. Tip number 3. When you're in built up traffic, in a motorbike, it's very easy and quite normal to go down the inside lane and get yourself up to the front of the green light, the red light. But as you're doing that, be very, very careful, because what will happen is, in general, motorbikes will just come straight in front of you and turn. They won't look this way to see if you're coming. They're just going to cut across and turn, and that's normal. So when you are going down this filter lane and you are weaving in and out of the traffic, make sure that you expect between the cars a motorbike to come out and just turn, because they will do it. Okay, they will do it. So please make sure that you expect that. Lorries. Tip number 4, lorries. Okay, warning, we do not exist if we're on a motorbike in the lorry driver's eyes. We don't exist. Okay, he will just come across absolutely hands down without thinking. Likewise, if they're going to turn right, and they might be turning right in say like 3 kilometers time, they come out, they just pull out. And they've got a long way to go before they really need to do that. But what they do is they think, oh, I'm going to turn in a while, I'm just going to come across. And you could be coming down the road, they are just going to move across and they're going to take that lane, which then forces you to either slow down or you've got to take the inside lane. Now on the inside lane, be really careful. They're really sandy, they're full of grit. They're generally speaking, the roads are nowhere near as good condition as the outside lane, because obviously these lorries have been ploughing them up and down, and they don't get maintained very well. So be very careful when you do move across. If you are going to undertake the lorry, be very careful, because it is a dangerous road. It really is. Okay, tip number 5, minivans. Be really careful. These guys fly around, and they really do fly around, and often they're doing long journeys and they're tired and they're just getting their day done, and they're just transporting people from Pattaya over to Korat to Bangkok, wherever. They go an exceptionally fast. So be very careful when you see a minivan in your rear mirror. Just expect this guy to be right up behind you in seconds and wanting you to get out of the way. So be very careful with the minivans. Okay, they do have a tendency to fly around. So here you are. Here's your 5 life-saving tips. Okay, expect the unexpected. Make sure that you just know it's going to happen. U-turns, guys, just be so careful. U-turns are going to stack across and force you into the lane. Traffic queues, they are going to nip in front of you, and they're not going to check their blind side to make sure you're not coming along. They're just going to come out and do it. Lorries, no respect for you whatsoever. They are going to just dominate that road, and you are not part of that road. No matter even if you're beep flying, look, they're just going to do it. And the minivans, these guys fly around at breakneck speed. Be very careful. All right, guys, so I hope that those tips help you. I hope you understand why it's so dangerous driving here in Thailand. If you've had a bad experience or you've got any tips for us, please put a comment below. Let us know what you think. If you drive here in Thailand, what do you think the situation is, and what kind of experiences have you had? Please share them. Okay, guys, so that's it for the Coffee Chat. Please remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want us to notify you, and thanks very much for watching another edition here on the Coffee Chat. Have a great day, stay safe. Thank you for watching.